I used to think that formula for happiness was pretty simple: earn more money. So I chased it. I got the promotions, I bought the designer clothes, and I even leased a luxury car that I was sure would finally make me feel like I'd made it. But instead of feeling fulfilled, I just felt trapped. Trapped on what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. I was stuck in a loop, constantly chasing the next purchase, the next upgrade, just to get a temporary hit of success before the emptiness crept back in. It wasn't until I made a pretty radical decision to intentionally look poor that I stumbled upon the real secret to building wealth and finding a level of freedom I honestly never imagined. This is a story of how I stopped trying to look the part and started living it. In this video, I'm going to share the 5 secrets I learned about why looking poor is the fastest path to getting truly rich. So, what are we really up against? It's this thing called the hedonic treadmill. It's the ridiculously human tendency to get a pay rise and buy something shiny and new, feel a rush of happiness, and then, poof, we just go back to our normal baseline level of happiness. Think about the last time you bought a new phone. The excitement was probably electric for a day, maybe a week, but soon enough it was just your phone. That joy fades, and we're left looking for the next thing to buy to get that feeling back. It's a dangerous cycle that's designed to keep you permanently dissatisfied. It's a treadmill oiled by something called lifestyle inflation. It's that sneaky creeping pressure to upgrade your life every time your income does. You get a raise, so you get a nicer apartment, and that apartment needs nicer furniture, of course. Your new, more successful friends invite you to expensive dinners, and suddenly you're making more than ever, but you feel more broke than ever too. You look richer, but your bank account is screaming. Spending money to look rich is the fastest way to stay poor. It's a game rigged to keep you spending, stressed and stuck. But what if you could just stop playing? The first and most powerful change is that looking ordinary gives you back your mental freedom. The second your self-worth isn't tied to your net worth, you stop handing over your happiness to things you can't control. You're no longer a slave to impressing people who, let's be honest, are probably too busy looking at their own phones to care about the logo on your shorts. Think about the sheer mental energy it takes to maintain a rich appearance, worrying about which brands to wear, whether your car is new enough, what people will think if they see you shopping at a discount store. It's exhausting. It's the constant low-level boss of anxiety that drains you. When you intentionally step off that stage, you free up a shocking amount of brain power. Instead of managing the stress of keeping up with the Jonases, you can focus on things that actually matter: your health, your relationships, your skills. You start building connections with people based on who you are, not what you own. You naturally filter out the social climbers and cloud chasers, and what you're left with are genuine relationships. Real luxury isn't a logo, it's a calm mind, free from anxiety of making next month car payment. And this is where the philosophy becomes a mathematical certainty. There is a simple, brutal truth: the more you own, the more you owned. Every expensive thing you buy comes with hidden costs: maintenance, insurance, security, and the nagging pressure to upgrade it later. That luxury car isn't just a monthly payment, it's premium fuel, expensive insurance, and repair bills that will make your eyes water. It's a wealthily disguised as a status symbol. Now, let's flip that. By consciously saying no to lifestyle inflation, you create a massive gap between what you earn and what you spend. This gap is your wealth building engine. Let's make it real. If you save just $500 a month by driving a reliable used car, living in a perfectly fine apartment, and cooking more rather than going out, and you invest that into a simple S&P 500 index fund, assuming a historic 7% real return after inflation, that becomes over $600,000 in 25 years. This isn't about depriving yourself, it's about strategically buying your future self-freedom. The wealth mindset doesn't ask, what can I buy? It asks, what assets can I acquire? When you get a bonus, the broke mindset immediately daydreams about what a new shiny thing it can finance. The wealth mindset asks, how can I make this money make more money for me? You max out your retirement accounts, build your emergency fund, and invest the rest. You start seeing money not as something to spend, but as a tool to build a system that works for you while you sleep. Here's the secret that truly wealthy have known forever. Flaunting wealth makes you a target. It attracts scammers, manipulators, and people who see you as a walking ATM. By keeping a low profile, you protect your privacy and your safety. You basically weaponize your invisibility. But the advantages go beyond just safety. When you look modest, you gain incredible negotiating power. People are way less likely to quote you inflated prices because they don't assume you have bottomless pockets. I saw this firsthand when I bought my car. Instead of strutting into a luxury dealership, I went to a standard one, modestly dressed. I wasn't treated like a big shot. I was treated like a normal person who needed a reliable car. The whole negotiation was rather straightforward, without the pressure and inflated assumptions. Looking normal saved me thousands, not just on the price, but on the long-term cost of ownership. This isn't about being cheap, it's being smart. It's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. In 2026, the idea of stealth wealth or quiet luxury is more than a trend. It's a power move. It's the realization that real wealth whispers, it doesn't scream. This isn't about hiding your money out of shame. It's about being so secure in your financial position that you simply don't need anyone else's approval anymore. You graduate from the need for luxury. Think of Warren Buffett, who famously still lives in the modest house he bought back in 1958. His wealth isn't in his house, it's in his portfolio, silently compounding. He gets that the point of money isn't to buy more stuff, it's to buy freedom and control over your own time. Adopting this mindset is practical. First, spend for quality, not for a brand. A well-made and branded jacket that lasts 10 years is way better investment than a trendy designer piece that's out of style next season. Second, use the 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchases over $100. This one habit is a cold-blooded killer of impulse buys. And third, automate your financial life. Your savings and investments should be treated like your most important bill. The first one you pay each month. When your wealth building is on autopilot, you take the emotion and weak willpower out of the equation. Ultimately, the whole journey is about a profound internal shift. It's about looking at the person with designer clothes who has chronic back pain from stress, or the person with a fancy car who is one paycheck away from disaster, and realizing this isn't wealth. True luxury is invisible. It's a healthy body, a calm mind, a life full of peace. When you stop chasing the illusion of wealth, you can start building the real thing. Real wealth isn't a number in your bank account. It's the freedom to wake up and decide how you want to spend your day. It's having a few money, not to be flashy, but to have the power to walk away from a job you hate, a toxic situation, or a life path that isn't you. It's the ability to spend time with people you love and live a life that actually aligns with your values. By choosing to look poor, you stop trading your time for trinkets. You opt out of competition you never signed up for. You stop letting society's definition of success run your life. You start building something far more valuable than a collection of expensive objects, a life of freedom, choice, and authentic peace. So, why is looking poor my secret to getting rich? Because it taught me that true wealth isn't what you show, it's what you don't have to show. It's trading a present of performance for a future of genuine freedom. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you've built something real, not for applause, for yourself. The biggest flex isn't the logo on your chest, it's the bank balance no one ever sees. If this idea hits home, I want you to take one small, actionable step today, just one. Open up your banking app and set up an automatic transfer of just $20 a week into a savings account. It's not a life-changing amount, trust me, but it's a start. It's a vote for your future self. It's your first step of the treadmill. And if this video changed how you think about money, hit that like button and subscribe for more quiet wealth strategies. And drop a comment down below. Be honest. Are you currently trying to look rich, or are you building real wealth? There is no judgment here. We're all just trying to win the real game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on this video right here.